Hello everybody, this is Safe for a Door, and welcome back to a Fallout video, but this time it is not Fallout 4, as I used to before I stopped uploading things for a very long time. And I'm sorry about that, but I'm going to talk about that later. For now, I'm going to start a modded playthrough kind of thing, like I did with my Fallout 4 videos, where I get some mods, test them out, usually think they're good, sometimes not, and then go on to the next video, you know? I don't know, but anyway, I got a few mods installed. I'm pausing right now because this is the very beginning of the game. I've got a graphics mod, well, a couple of them actually. It's gonna make make the game look better, just generally, because it's a pretty old game. Even for its time, the graphics weren't that great. So, yep. And also Project Nevada, which is a mod that's not that new, but will add a lot of new stuff to the game and make it definitely more interesting for people who've already played the game. Which, I haven't finished the game, but I have played some of it, so yeah, I'm gonna be starting a new file. I mean, I already have, but yep, that's what I'm doing. So continue.
Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days
Almost
now.
forgot one thing. I also installed a mod that will make all the characters' faces look better and more realistic, because the old faces for Fallout New Vegas honestly don't look great at all. So yeah, this mod will do that too, and it makes the character creation a little more complicated, but other than that, it improves the game quite well. So yeah, I'm just gonna probably stay quiet through the intro, and if I need to say something, I'll pause. So anyway, let's continue.
Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
I am going to name myself Safe. Nice and easy.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
Okay, so first off, you can see this face does not look like what it's supposed to for the mod. Basically, because the mod doesn't actually change all faces. You see what it does, we got a race here, it actually adds in a whole new races, and every race except for the default ones will just make them look like normal Fallout New Vegas. But you see, if we change to anything other than that, then boom, new face mesh. And also we've got half ghouls, which aren't really a thing in Fallout, but he just added them anyway because, you know, they're cool, I guess. Still really don't know what my character is going to look like, but I'll just skip through this bit so you don't have to watch me scroll through the menus. Here, what I'm gonna do for the hairs, I'm gonna go for this one, or maybe not. Yeah, and the reason is because, you know, this Project Nevada, one of the things that it adds, which does add a lot of things in, is it adds in a kind of like a cyborg thing where you can have different cybernetic implants in the game, which is pretty cool. And I mean, although it doesn't really make a difference, if I put the hair like this, it kind of makes it seem more cyberpunk-like, kind of. Okay, I think that's good enough. And this is also a new part. Before you couldn't really do anything with your eyebrows. It doesn't really matter to me. I'll just this one, I guess.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
If you haven't seen the original Fallout New Vegas, then, well, the game doesn't normally look like this. The game normally looks a lot worse. Well, not a lot worse, but yeah, mods have added some new lighting effects, new depth of field effects, which some people find annoying, but I kind of like them. And also a texture pack mod, which makes the textures look smoother. So yeah, this game just, and with the face modifications too,
Ooh, looking good so far.
just generally makes the game
Go ahead and give the
look a
vigor
lot
tester
better.
try. We'll learn right quick if you get back all your faculties.
Alright, I think that's good enough.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered in a bighorn and drop it. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking. All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog. House. Night. Bandit. Light. Mother. Okay. Now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like. Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see. Okay. How about this one? Last one. Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you. Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head. All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out. Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Alright, so now the game's actually started. And once this loading screen finishes being a loading screen, there we go. As you can see, I got Old World Blues, but probably not going to be doing anything about that in this video, definitely. So yeah, I've never actually started the game with this graphics mod before. I've just been playing on my other file, so I never actually realized how different Goodsprings looks with this mod turned on. Oh, there's Victor over there.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle? Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need. I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick. I'm a Securitron, Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy. Happy trails!
Okay, so, yeah, I'm gonna see if there's anything else that it did. Project Nevada, I mean. Alright, it doesn't seem to have done anything. Okay, I'm gonna go and try to find Sunny Smiles. Okay.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to. Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
The only reason I need to do this tutorial part is just so I can get the rifle. So I'll actually have something to defend myself until I find something better. Oh. Well, that sucks. Alright, it didn't crash this time. That's quite good. So,
Everything all right? Well, let's just finish this first, all right? Then we could talk. Preferably somewhere where I can get a stiff drink and Cheyenne can keep cool. Now,
there
see
we
the
go.
sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and
That's
try to hit a
also,
couple
I
of 'em.
forgot about, I also got another bottle called the weapon retexture project, which is a pretty popular mod. Well, so is Project Nevada, but yeah, it's a pretty popular mod on the Nexus, where it doesn't retexture all guns, but this one, I know for sure, they've made it look a lot better than the original. So, yeah, anyway. Also, another thing that Project Nevada does is add this cursor in the middle. You can see that it's different from the one that I just had a little bit before, which looks pretty much identical to the Fallout 4 version. And yeah, that's a thing that they've added too, so.
That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along? Suit yourself. Hope this helped you some. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
Apparently Shift F12 will disable ENB. Yep, sure enough. Oh, and also took a screenshot. Yeah, this is what the game used to look like. Actually, kind of like the sunniness, but you know, it's definitely. Well, I mean, it's not exactly how the game used to look. Of course, there's also the textures, the new textures, but yeah, this is approximately. Oh, I'm just gonna turn that back on. Okay, so this is safe from the future, I guess. I cut out a lot of this video right about here because it was pretty much just me doing nothing and trying to get this one mod to work. But basically, it kept crashing over and over again. And also, for some reason, the mod wouldn't work. But this is about the time when I finally got the mod to work. So just so you know, that's what's been happening. Anyway, back to the video. As far as I know, the mod works now. Because there's a little update that at first I thought didn't really matter whether I installed it or not. But it actually made that message stop appearing. I haven't actually tried driving the truck yet, but when I started up the game, it gave me a new message that I hadn't seen before that said the mod should be working properly. So, oh, well, I was just pointing. Okay, I think this is where is this Chet? Yep, that is.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
Yeah, these cost way more caps than I have right now because I just started. Sorry, turns out you have to go player.add item. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna nope, wrong one. Okay, now it's set to something that actually makes sense. Oh, what? steering doesn't work. Oh, yes, it does work. I just had it backwards by accident. Okay, I'm gonna go. Oh, how I messed that up. And I'm already stuck. Okay, there we go. Now it's working properly. And crash. Alright. Alright, so far it's looking pretty good. And the driving it actually works surprisingly well, because there are vehicle mods for Fallout 4. I actually did a video on my older videos. But yeah, those ones worked really terrible. Like when you moved around, then it would just immediately go to that direction instead of actually steering. And it just did not feel like actually driving a vehicle at all. So yeah. Okay, I don't actually know what button gets out of the vehicle. Okay, yeah. I figured out exit vehicle. Alright. So now there's one last thing, which is bullet time. Yeah, well, I'm terrible at this. Anyway, I'll be doing more about this in the next video, but for now, I'm gonna have to end it. Alright, if you liked it, then please leave a like, and also, if you want to see more videos like this, or videos better than this, hopefully in the future, then subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.